Okay, Money by Pink Floyd. I've decided to break this down into bite-sized pieces. I'm looking at a few Pink Floyd ones, and I'm going to do them in sections, maybe the rhythm section, the solos in different parts, because they're so big, there's such a lot to these songs, and I just think it's too much just to clump it all into one lesson. So I'm going to look at the first solo to Money, and it's just epic. Right, I'm going to try and break this solo down into small parts. So the first bit goes like this. And that there is played on the G string and the B string. So you're starting here, and that's on the G string, and you're going from the 9th to the 7th. And then you come to the B string, and you're bending up here on the 10th. And then you're coming from the 7th back to the 10th on the B string. So you've got this. And then you come back here for that last bit here from the 9th to the 7th on the G string. So putting that back together, you've got this. And the next bit, you're sliding up on the B, and you're going from the 12th to the 10th on the, from the B to the E, you've got this, and then back to the 12th of the B. So putting them two pieces together, you've got this. So what I will say at this point, it's not just about getting the notes right. He does put little bends in here, there and everywhere just to, you know, it is about feel as much as getting the notes. You've got this. And it is a... So for the next bit we have this. And that there, you're starting on the 12th of the B, come to the 10th of the E, and then you're bending up on the 12th of the E, and then you come back to the 12th of the B and hit that twice. So for the next little bit you have this lick. And for that there, you're playing on the G and the D string, and you start on the G string and you've got this, and that's all on the G, so you're going from the 9th to the 8th, back to the 9th, and then coming here to the 9th on the D. So what I'm going to do now is put everything together we've done so far, so you can see how it sounds. I'll play it nice and slowly, see if you can jam along. Okay, so now we come to the next bit and you've got this blues lick, and then you're sliding up on the B. So for this you're playing the 9th of the G and bending up, and then you're playing the 7th on the B and the E, and then you come to the 9th of the B and slide up to the 12th. And then you come to the 10th to the 12th on the E, bend up on the 12th of the E, and then you come into the 12th of the B and playing that twice. And then you finish with a little snap on the 10th here of the E. Now we come to this really cool rundown. It's just brilliant. So this riff starts like this, and that there you're playing the 12th of the E to the 10th of the E, back to the 12th, and the first note is a bend up, and then you come to the 12th of the B to the 10th of the B. And for the next bit you're sliding from the 12th of the G to the 9th, and then you come here to the 7th on the G. And then you play the 9th to the 7th on the D, and then on the A string you start on the 9th and you just slide down to the 7th, and you play the 5th here on the A, and then you finish that bit of a run down here on the 7th of the E. Okay, for the next bit you've got this very cool lick. It goes. For this bit now, you start on the 5th of the A, you play that note, you hammer on to the 7th, slide up to the 9th, and then you play the 7th of the D. And then you've got this. And again, this is a pull-off. You're playing the 9th of the D, and then you're playing the 9th of the A. So putting that in two bits together, you've got this. And then you've got... And that there, you're playing the 7th of the D, the 7th of the G. You play the G twice, and then you come here to the 9th of the D. And then we come to a bit that's very similar to what we've played before. It's that blues. So this here, you're playing the 9th of the G and bending up, and then playing the 7th of the B and the E, and then you're sliding up on the B from the 9th to the 12th, and then that is from the 10th to the 12th on the E, bend up on the 12th of the E, playing the B 12 twice, and then you've got that stop on the 10th again on the E. So you've got this. So to put this in context now, I'm going to go back. I'll go back to the rundown and play up to where we are now. I'll play it through nice and slowly, see if you can play along. Okay, now we have this bit of the solo. Okay, for this lick now, you're just running down and you're playing from the 14th finger on the E and bending up. And then you're playing it natural, that's the 14th, down to the 12th. And then you come to the 15th on the B, the 12th of the B. Then you're playing the 14th here of the G. And now you come to the 11th on the G, but you slide down to the 9th and then back up to the 11th. So you've got this. So now we come to this very cool bit. This is all really cool. And that there, you're starting here on the 10th on the B string. And you come down 2 frets and down 1 fret. So you've got the 10th, the 8th, the 7th. And then you move to the G string and you've got the 9th, down to the 7th, down 1 fret to the 6th. And then you've got, and that there, you're playing the 10th on the D string down to the 9th. And for that last bit there, you're playing a double stop, you're playing the G and the B string. So now we're coming to the last bit of the solo, and they're using these double stops, which he uses so much, and it's so cool. You've got this. So for this now, he's playing the single note here on the D string, which is the 9th of the D. And then you come in here and you're playing a double stop on the G and the B on the 7th. And now you've changed over, you're playing the G and the B string now, but you're playing it on the 9th. And they also add a slide in here at the end. And that there, you're playing the 11th on the G and the 10th on the B. So you get this. So for the very last note of this first solo, he's playing it here, which is the 9th on the G string, and it's just a bend up. Okay, so they're all the parts you need for the solo. I'm going to go back a little bit again, play the last little bit to the end, play it nice and slowly through, so hopefully you can play along.